Good morning from Albania. So we wanted to do a video that showcased our 1-month stay here in Vlore. Vlore is a town of about 89,000 people. And look at this mosque. It's a very beautiful structure, and there's a walkway across the street that leads you to this viewpoint. And you can see the whole city, and you can see the Adriatic Sea, and a portion of Vlore is also on the Ionian Sea. So we decided to come to Albania because U.S. citizens can stay for a year, and it's supposed to be a very safe country, and it's very inexpensive. The main reason, though, is the culture. In the evenings, people come out with their kids, with their grandparents, and they walk all along the sea and they look at the sunset, and it was one of our favorite things to do. It's a very walkable city, and we enjoyed walking on the big wide sidewalks and then sitting down at one of the benches and just people watching. We especially like to sit on a bench and watch the older gentlemen play dominoes and chess. So before we left the U.S., we had heard stories about how kind the Albanian people are to strangers, and we got to experience that firsthand. I had really goofed and never checked the bottom of my sneakers, and they were really worn, and I was slipping all over the place. So we went to this sneaker store, but we didn't bring enough money with us. And the shopkeeper said, "Here, take the sneakers and come back tomorrow and pay me." Can you believe that? Another thing we love about this country is the fresh fruits and vegetables. Look at these veggies. And every morning we would have a plate full of fresh fruit. And you don't get much fresher than oranges with the leaves still attached. Here's a picture of Jim's favorite supermarket. So we did eat out a lot in the beginning because things were just so inexpensive. This is called a börek. I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce it. It's like phyllo dough stuffed with different things. You can get it with cheese or spinach or meat, and it's so good and super inexpensive. The currency exchange rate is not in our favor right now, so this would typically cost 100 lek, which is the Albanian currency, which is about $1.15 in US money. So since the currency exchange rate is always changing, I'll probably just quote different things in the Albanian currency. Like this pasta dish was 700 lek. And these salads go for between 200 and 300 lek. And the grilled vegetables are usually 300 lek. And you gotta check out this pizza. It was delicious. This is the name of the pizza place. And my margarita pizza was good size, like between a medium and large, and it was 450 lek. And Jim's pizza with all the toppings was 650 lek. We did want to try a restaurant that specializes in cooking in a traditional way, so we did pay more for this. I think it was about 1,200 lek for this chicken dinner. And our very favorite restaurant, now it's nothing fancy, but it's like good home-cooked food. And the atmosphere is wonderful. I think the veggies were 200 lek. The soup, I think, was 350 lek, and this was delicious spice cake with pine nuts. I think that was 200 lek. This was our favorite swimming spot, and it was about 1.5 miles from our apartment. But the water here was so much cleaner and clearer than the beach across the street from where we stayed. And this is just a random snorkeler. We didn't really go swimming a whole lot because the air temperature just didn't feel warm enough. During our stay, we always felt that we had plenty to do, and we would walk all over town. And this building, for example, is the Independence Museum. And this interesting artifact was on the beach on the other side of the port. And this mound-like structure was near the port. And once you climbed those steps, you had a beautiful view. In the center of town, there were ancient ruins dating back supposedly to the 5th or 6th century. And check out this bunker. There are tons of bunkers still all over Albania. And at one time, there were 750,000 during the communist era. Also, there are historical buildings, and this mosque is a big tourist attraction in town, and it's near the center, as well as the Independence Monument. This beautiful building is the town hall, and check out all the different activities that were going on in town during our stay. This was a professional paragliding competition. We had the opportunity to watch a professional bike race. We listened to some traditional Albanian singers. There was even a free rock concert. I think the event that we enjoyed the most was the Alona International Folk Festival. And this team from the country of Georgia was incredible. And they took first place, and we were so happy for them. We love Albania and we love Vlore, but it's not a perfect place. There are a lot of stray dogs. There are many holes in the sidewalk. They do have some infrastructure issues, and it's advisable not to drink the water. We have never seen the dogs be aggressive towards humans, and we haven't fallen into a hole yet, so it's all good. So I read online, and if you read it online, it's got to be true, that the reason why they tell you don't drink the water is because there are many service interruptions with the water supply that comes out of the tap. And so apartment buildings have these big tanks to store water so that when these service interruptions occur, you will still get water like normal. Some folks have called into question how often these tanks are cleaned, so they say it's best just to buy bottled water. There is another option, though, that many locals use, and that is to bring containers down to this fountain and fill them up with this spring water that supposedly comes from the mountains. And folks have told us that the water's been tested and it is clean. But who really knows? And we did try it ourselves, and it tasted great, and we didn't get sick, so that's a good thing. So this week we are moving on to another town in Albania, and we are just so thankful for the special time we had here in Vlore. Thanks for coming along on our adventure.